college football guy, here with another video. Yeah, I'm driving. Hadn't noticed. In the bumps. I'm here on I-40 driving through the Smoky Mountains, coming up to the North Carolina-Tennessee border. I'm in North Carolina. I'm about ready to hit Tennessee in a few miles here. Heading back in. Won't be able to get where I want to go outside of Nashville, but we'll see what happens. Now, as for the video, Oregon State and Washington State getting a lifeline from ESPN. Now, a lot of people reporting the idea that the Big 12 has been contacted or something or whatever by ESPN to throw a lifeline at them so that we can get this college football playoff thing fixed, since there's a bit of a monkey wrench in everybody's plans. But the fact is, and hear me out on this, turn my damn CB up, get the background noise out the way. The ACC may be the one extending the lifeline. And I'll explain. Now, the ACC, they're on the outs of the ESPN. ESPN, I think, has already gone to them and, like, don't add anybody without asking us again, or I can guarantee you we will never bid on your TV contract. Now, they are desperate to make sure they stay with ESPN, because going to anybody else means a lot less money, and they know it. So how do you fix that problem? How do you do that? Well, they said, guess what? You're going to lose two schools. Most likely Clemson and Florida State, once the settlement money goes out, they're going to be out the door. I like your idea of getting ahead of the curve and adding a couple of schools, but you know what? Instead of Cal, Stanford, and SMU that you added before, which we didn't approve of, you never asked our permission. There was two schools we had in mind that were better than all three of those combined. And that was Oregon State and Washington State. Those are the schools that we wanted to add to their conference. You do that, we can have talks about negotiations. You don't, I'll give you a notification right now. We're not renewing. They could drop that bomb right now and use a leverage play on the ACC. Like, you know what? Like, and the thing was, it would be, we will talk to you about the deal, about getting a deal at a lower rate, but we're not. You don't do Oregon State, Washington State, and you add some other group of 5 schools, you can consider this conversation over. We won't do anything to help you at all. And is that a very bad move to play? Yes, it is. Would ESPN play it? I'm pretty sure they would. Because, I mean, everybody said, oh, they're going to the Big 12. Brett Yormark doesn't like getting bullied. And most importantly, the Big 12 doesn't want Oregon State or Washington State, because if they did, they'd already be in the conference. So this makes absolutely no sense for the Big 12 to add them. Now, the ACC loses a bunch of schools, and you do add Oregon State and Washington State. And I didn't think about this before. Do you add 2 schools from the Mountain West to assist in travel? Do you go add a Boise State or a San Diego State? Or a Colorado State or a UNLV or something? Do you do something like that? I don't know. I still think that they're going to want more Eastern schools, but they may want to have another school that's kind of around in the area. That's why I thought Colorado State, maybe. Academics they're not exactly stellar, but they're not bad. And it's kind of, you can make it work with another thing, so maybe. But I'm hearing all this talk about the Big 12, and I'm like, no. I do not see, I do not see the Big 12 adding these 2 schools, adding Oregon State and Washington State, because they would have done it already. They want to go to 20 eventually, and the only way they're going to expand their eastern flank first. And we've talked about this ad nauseum in other videos. I thought it was going to be Louisville. Louisville's pretty much a guarantee. It's a target of the Big 12. The ACC doesn't want them, and the Big 10 doesn't want them, and the SEC doesn't want them. The ACC would love to have them stay around. But if they get available and they want to leave, the Big 12 would snap them up in a heartbeat. Nice running partners for Cincinnati and West Virginia. try to steal somebody in the Carolinas or another school in Florida to help out NC State. How about UCF? NC State being available, maybe if North Carolina goes to the SEC. There's a bunch of ways to go with this. But the question is that, as was asked in the video, do I think the Big 12 will extend them a lifeline? Unless the ESPN is willing to renegotiate the deal and up the money for bringing them in to offset the travel costs, pay more money for everybody, jack everybody up 2 or 3 million more, and pay the freight, full membership share from Oregon State and Washington State, then we have something to talk about. Other than that, this guy's slamming on his brakes. Let me slam on my brakes and get far away from him. I just don't see the Big 12 adding them. I can see the ACC doing it and being politicked into it and bullied in a way by ESPN. I can see them doing it. But what happened? I don't know. I mean, they want the playoff situation resolved, and it would make sense to get them into somewhere else. It's like, what would be easier? Granting the Pac-12 autonomous status with a bunch of Group of 5 schools, or figure out a way to get them into either into the ACC or the Big 12. Getting them into the ACC or the Big 12 is a lot easier. And that, I think, is the route they want to take. And I think that's actually in the background. That's the route Oregon State and Washington State want. They want to be in a legitimate power conference. The Pac-12 can go away. They don't care. And that'll be the end of that. And if Oregon State and Washington State do end up in the ACC, I've said it before, Mountain West Conference wants to get the 14 teams, possibly 16. They may be going after Conference USA or going to FCS schools if they don't get Oregon State and Washington State. They join the Pac-12, they whatever the heck that merger deal works. However it goes, one way or the other, we'll figure this out. Craziness. Oh, and I was going to talk about this, but I saw that Greg Flugar from Peek Around the Corner just did a video on this. Please check out his channel about the SEC adding a 9th game to their conference schedule starting in 2026. But what took him so long? Would you give a conference game away for free to ESPN? No. We need to get more money. They ain't gonna make that much money for 9 games a year. We can make this much for 9 games a year. So this was all about money, good grief. So that being said, got a guy here in front of me and I don't even know what company he is. Oh, it's JB Hunt. Never mind. Staring at a state trooper on the side of the road. Now everybody's running back full speed again. Really? Unbelievable. But anyway, the trooper's gone, dude. He can stop hitting the brakes. There's nobody in front of you, like literally. Life of a trucker. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done already, do me a favor. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. Helps with the algorithm as the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think is more likely? They join the Big 12, they join the ACC, or the combination deal, which is the Pac-12 Mountain West merge in some way, shape, or form, and they're in that, whatever one it ends up being. Which one of those 3 scenarios do you think is the most likely? With the playoff thing screwed up right now, I want to know your thoughts on this in the comments. Share the video if you want to, and if you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos I've done. And if you like them, please subscribe to the channel. We're just past 500 subscribers, on the way to 600, so you can make some things happen. So thanks everybody for watching. Another crazy day here in North Carolina. About to be in Tennessee, about 5 miles. Craziness going through the mountains. So thanks everybody for watching. Be safe out there, state troopers. hiding on off ramps here in North Carolina, or on ramps, I should say, the ones that go on the freeway, on the interstate. They're hiding there, checking for speeders. Thanks everybody for watching. Be safe, and please be good to each other.